It's Wednesday, October 25th. You're listening to Your Florida Daily. I'm Katrina Scales. A couple in the Florida Panhandle is accused of kidnapping a man, cutting his throat, robbing him, and throwing him off a bridge. That's according to an arrest report from the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. This started on October 7th when the victim started messaging 25-year-old Natalie Fonseca on Facebook. The report shows the next day, the victim picked up Natalie Fonseca from her home along with 31-year-old Nafis Reynolds, who Natalie said was her uncle. Later, as the three were driving home from a cookout, deputies say Fonseca and Reynolds both started hitting the victim and told him he was, quote, going to die. The report shows they took his shoes, his phone, money, and his car before taking turns cutting his throat. After that, deputies say they threw him over the bridge rail and into the Escambia River. The report says they drove away in his stolen car, then set it on fire on the side of a highway. The victim survived, and the report shows when he woke up, he walked to a gas station and called for help. Deputies found Fonseca and Reynolds, who then identified themselves as boyfriend and girlfriend. The pair is now charged with attempted homicide, kidnapping, armed robbery, armed carjacking, and drug possession. The victim spent days in the hospital and is recovering. A member of an anti-Semitic group in Florida is suing a state lawmaker after being called a Nazi earlier this month. According to court records, the lawsuit was filed by Colby Frank of the anti-Semitic Goyim Defense League and said that Frank approached State Representative Randy Fine over Fine's support for House Bill 269. The law now in effect in Florida makes it a crime to distribute flyers onto private property with hate speech on them. The lawsuit says Frank challenged Representative Fine, who is Jewish, to a debate about, quote, Jewish political involvement in multiple progressive political theaters. According to Frank, Representative Fine called him scum Nazi and other names. Representative Fine posted his story of the encounter on Facebook, and as a result, Frank accused Fine of libel, slander, and cyber intimidation. Court records show that Frank is seeking $666,666 in damages and demands that Fine make a public apology and then debate Frank on live TV. Colby Frank is the same anti-Semitic activist who threatened to sue Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood after Chitwood held a news conference about the white supremacist group's activities. And a Marion County deputy is suspended after investigators found out she was using a database to look up the owner of a car outside her ex-boyfriend's home. According to the sheriff's office, Deputy Raquela Berrien had driven by her ex-boyfriend's home at night and spotted the car. Berrien texted her ex, saying that she hoped he was enjoying himself and that they were supposed to be working on their relationship. A few months later, investigators say the ex filed a complaint, saying he believed Berrien ran the license plate of the car in front of his home. When confronted by investigators, Berrien said, quote, "Did I run her tag? 100% I did." Berrien received a 3-day suspension. You can find these top stories along with breaking news, weather, and traffic all day on clickorlando.com. And now, a completely random Florida fact. Central Florida is known for its tourist attractions, big and small, but not all make it in business. The Manor Professional Wrestling Dinner Theater in Kissimmee was one of those. It was a wrestling ring in the middle of a dining room with daily performances inside the Silver Spurs Arena. The Wrestling Dinner Theater was the butt of many jokes, but received generally positive reviews for the experience and food, especially the headlock green salad or the drop-kicking veggie medley. Despite the fans, it closed sometime in 2020 or 2021. Your Florida Daily is produced by News 6 WKMG in Orlando. I'm Katrina Scales. Subscribe for new episodes wherever you like to listen.